Maybe you're just like me. You have all this CD collection, all this CD from the past, all these CDs, all this music. You probably forgot because you are on Spotify or on Apple Music and you just forgot all this music. Maybe you forgot the pleasure to put the CD in the CD player, to open it and to read the bootleg, to know which musician's playing on, who is the producer, and more than all of that, to just take the time to listen to music. Just stop everything you do and listen. Maybe it could be a good idea to share it with people, to just explain all this music built myself as a musician, but also as a human being. Tubular bells. Rebels is the first album of Mike Oldfield. Mike Oldfield is an English musician, and he composed this album at 19 years old and in 1973. And it was also the first release of Virgin Record. Everybody knows Virgin Record. So at the time it was very unexpected success, because it's two sides of a vinyl of a mostly instrumental music, no vocals, no singing, nothing. And at the time it was quite the first time, and it was not jazz music. It was not a long Miles Davis musical experimentation. It was, let's say, like a folk rock symphony. What I think really that really drove people at the time was the genius behind this music. Mike Oldfield is a great guitar player. For me, he's one of a more, maybe in a way, underrated guitar player in the world. That was not a bad guitar. It was just about music making, and that's why maybe this album is so important for me, because, as you know, and because it's the title of this channel, The Music Maker, because I decided now at 50 years old that I'm not a musician anymore, and I prefer to consider myself as a music maker, because this is more what I am, and it's to make a difference between instrumentalist, you're a guitar player, you're a bass player, you're a piano player, a drummer, and this is not who I am. Maybe I'm a guitar player, maybe in a way, because I started with this instrument, but I prefer consider myself as a music maker, because it gives me more and more freedom. And this album, Tubular Bells, is a work of a free music maker. Is a work of a free person who did at the time exactly what he wanted to do, what he wants to do, and the lesson about this record that it was a huge success. They sold millions of copies of this album. So maybe you can say to me it was another time, but we don't care, because at the time all the people think that it was impossible to sell one album of this kind. So this album is a foundation for me, musically also, of who I am as a music maker. And because I listened to this album so many times, you know. And I think it's a little bit a shame that we only remember this extract of the music because of the movie The Exorcist. And I don't know if it's the right spelling in English, exorcist. I don't know, but you know what I mean. This extract. Don't you hear the weirdness of this music? There is something really strange. Not just about the notes, but also about the rhythm. So maybe it could be a good idea to talk a little bit more about it together. Let's analyze this theme a little bit more. Okay, let's talk about this famous theme, the one we just hear in a movie extract. If I play it for you, okay, let's try to play it without a mistake. Okay, it can go over and over. And now maybe you can listen to this theme and try to count on it. Okay, I put this metronome and it's a little bit slower than the original tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's very difficult to play. It's just because in the original chart, the cycle that's turned over and over again and again is based on a 4/4 major, a 3/4 major, and 2/4/4 major. It means you have a major when you count 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 3 beats, 1, 2, 3, if 2 major of 4 beats. Okay, it's count like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back at the beginning. And so I made a playlist for that. I can show you. Playlist is here, excuse me. Okay. And then try again to listen to the strong beats, the first beat of each measure. It's a different sound. 3, 4. Okay, you can hear that at a moment the strong beat is on this note, I think. Dun, dun, It's the first beat of a 3/4 measure, of a 3 beats measure. Harmonically speaking, because it starts on the E note, you can think it's E note with no flat and no sharp, only white keys. So maybe, you know, it's starting, maybe it can be Phrygian mode, but as time if you never played the F note, Okay, and the F note, it's a particular and very particular note, the sound that sounds Phrygian. So this note, we know this kind of Arabic, Hispanic kind of sound. Okay, you don't play it on this Tubular Bells film. So you can have, I like to think sometimes a 7 notes scale without and minus 1 note, like a 6 note scale. In this case, this scale without the second. So you have this kind of scale. And with this a minor third, really important here. So, and we start with this fourth, and then the third. This is what I need to say or want to say about this fabulous album, Tubular Bells. Hope you like the video. I know my English is really bad for the moment, but this new format and this reboot channel is really about the fact I would like to reach more people, especially in English-speaking country, but also for myself to improve my English more and more by talking with you. So I apologize a lot about this bad English. I hope you like it. Of course, it's a work in progress, this kind of format. The next videos will be more about my approach of I don't like this word, but my approach of music theory, but not really, we will see. So if you like it, please subscribe, it's very important for me, and push the bell, ring the bell for to know the next time I will put the video online. Thank you very much. Again, really sorry for the broken English, but okay, I do my best. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye.